بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم نحمده ونصلي ونسلم على رسوله الكريم سيد الأنبياء والمرسلين وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين إلى يوم الدين أما بعد. Download Quran and the devil will struggle to upload you. So Quran is a mercy and we have to draw from this mercy. وَإِذَا قُرِئَ الْقُرْآنُ فَاسْتَمِعُوا لَهُ وَأَنصِتُوا لَعَلَّكُمْ تُرْحَمُونَ. When making tilawat, one should make the intention to draw whatever mercy one can from the Quran. Quran is the kalam of Allah. To draw mercy directly from Rabbul Alameen, تَخَلَّقُوا بِأَخْلَاقِ اللَّهِ. As a person draws mercy, they become a mercy. Likewise, after Allah Jalla Jalaluhu, Nabi alayhi salatu wassalam was given the title of Rahmatul lil Alameen. So in every aspect he was a mercy to humanity, and this is not restricted to humans only. Inni lam ub'ath la'anan wa innama bu'ithtu rahmatan. I was not sent as a curse, rather I was sent as a mercy. Al-Abnai Katheer is mentioned in his tafsir, an interesting point, that if it is asked and the question is, فَأَيُّ رَحْمَةٍ, what mercy can there be liman kafara bihi, who is a disbeliever? And he himself has given the answer on the riwayat of Ibn Abbas radiyallahu anhuma under the ayah وَمَا أَرْسَلْنَاكَ إِلَّا رَحْمَةً لِلْعَالَمِينَ مَنْ آمَنَ بِاللَّهِ وَالْيَوْمِ الْآخِرِ كَتَبَ اللَّهُ الرَّحْمَةَ فِي الدُّنْيَا وَالْآخِرَةِ. For those who bring iman, they will have mercy in this world and in the year after. As for those وَمَنْ لَمْ يُؤْمِنْ بِاللَّهِ وَرَسُولِهِ أُوفِيَ مِمَّا أَصَابَ الْأُمَمْ مِنَ الْخَسْفِ وَالْقَسْفِ وَالْمَسْخِ, they will be preserved from a outright punishment, unlike the punishments that were meted out to the people of the past. This ummah will not have such a severe punishment. So rahmah and mercy, and that should be part of us as a believer, as people of iman. Wherever we are, this mercy which a person inculcates, they will transcend to people, to the environment, to the town, to the city, based on the amount of mercy that they have. It's like a walkie-talkie. A weak walkie-talkie signal is maybe 1 kilometer, 2 kilometers. The more powerful ones are 3, 4 kilometers, and based on the output will the range be. So based on the amount of mercy that we have drawn, will mercy encompass the ummah as well. And Ml Thanwi Rahmatullahi Mujaddid Millat used to explain this. He said, we have not understood the mercy of Allah. We haven't drawn from the mercy of Allah and His wisdom. And a child was once brought to him for them reciting and blowing on the child. And as Hazrat started doing that, the child started to scream and cry. So he said, the absence of knowledge and the absence of understanding, this is something that is astonishing. It makes something which is beneficial seem harmful. So this child here was brought for its benefit, but it has become uneasy, it has become distress. The same with Allah in us. Allah is Arhamur Rahimin, the most merciful of those who show mercy. Yet we become uneasy, we scream, we don't take lesson from this, and we don't understand that when Allah's mercy is descending, we should be drawing from the mercy and learn how to take the mercy rather than scream and find fault and object and have complaints all the time. So there's mercy from tilawat of Quran. When a person is intending to read Quran, intend this mercy. And how beautiful a child writes to its parents, just understanding that whatever action we do will have an impact. Every action that you do will have an impact. So we should try to perfect ourselves to have an impact. And that is a good tact for a believer. So he writes a letter to his parents and he said, when you thought I wasn't looking, I saw you hang my Ramadan fast chart on the refrigerator, and I immediately made intention to fast every Ramadan. When you thought I wasn't looking, I saw you feed a stray cat and a beggar, and I learned it was good to be kind to Allah's creation. When you thought I wasn't looking, I saw you make my favorite cake for me, and I learned that the little things can be special things in life. When you thought I wasn't looking, I heard you making dua, and I learned that I could always talk to Allah and trust Him. When you thought I wasn't looking, I saw you make a meal and take it to a friend who was hospitalized, and I learned that we all have to help take care of each other. Mercy. When you thought I wasn't looking, I saw you give your time and money to help people who had nothing. I learned that those who had something should give to those who don't. Again, mercy. When you thought I wasn't looking, I saw you take care of our house and everything in it. And I learned that we have to take care of what we are given. When you thought I wasn't looking, I saw you handle your responsibilities even when you didn't feel good, when you never had the strength, when you were ill, in whatever situation. And I learned that you have to be responsible when I grow up, no matter how many responsibilities I had and how difficult it was. When you thought I wasn't looking, I saw tears come from your eyes, and I learned that sometimes things hurt, but it's all right to cry. When you thought I wasn't looking, I saw that you cared, and I wanted to do everything that would make you happy. When you thought I wasn't looking, I learned most of life's lessons that I needed to know to be good and become a productive person when I grow up. When you thought I wasn't looking, I looked at you and wanted to say, Jazakumullahu khairan ahsan al-jaza, for all the things I saw when you thought I wasn't looking. So life is full about lessons, and the more we love life properly, the more we will become a lesson for humanity. So Rahmah, part of that is 4.10, at-taysir al-ibad, to make things easy for the servants of Allah, for the creation of Allah, not make it difficult, to be good to them, not to harm them, to draw benefit from them, to draw goodness for them, to remove harm and difficulties on them. And Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam encourage ease and he discouraged difficulty. إذا بعث أحدا من أصحابه, when Nabi alayhi salam would delegate any of their Sahaba for any expedition and any mission, when they were deputed on a mission, he should tell them, Bashiru wa la tunaffiru wa yassiru wa la tu'assiru. You go into humanity, you go into the world, give glad tidings to people. Do not create any aversion towards Deen. Show them leniency and do not be hard upon them. This was a special hidayah for Sahaba, and that's a hidayah for us as well. Wherever we go, we should remember this. This is the Deen of Rahmah. This is the Deen of Mahabba. Then secondly, Deen yad'u ila taysir ala nas fi umuri hayatihim, to be easy with people with regards to their daily lives, in their social lives, in their social interaction, in business dealings, etc. And this also has been highlighted in the ahadith, where we are told that whether it's people that you work for, whether people are employed by you, people are in your care, you will be questioned. In the olden days there were slaves. In today's we may say there's no slaves, but it is our employees, our domestic workers, and unfortunately they are made to work overtime, they are not paid properly, they are given a meager amount salary that does just not justify anything. If they had to work their entire life, they would not own any asset. The basic of the basic assets, the fact that we haven't empowered them, and not necessarily it could be in their salary, but for example, if they need a home, they take responsibility to build them a home. If they needed a simple form of conveyance, provide that for them, etc. But from the basics of the basics, their food is not given to them at all. If it's given, it is inferior, and it's not at the times when it's needed. They leave, they're not given leave properly, etc., etc., and they are exploited to the last, and they receive scolding, etc., all the time. To the extent أَعْطُوا الْأَجِيرَ أَجْرَهُ قَبْلَ أَن يَجِفَّ عِرْقُهُ, that give the laborer his salary before his perspiration dries. And the Prophet had made dua. This is such an important matter, just to understand that when you have people over you, in your domain, in your dominion, then you have a great responsibility. Allahumma man waliya min amri ummati shay'an fashaqqa alayhim. Allah, treat harshly those who rule over my ummah with harshness. فاشقق عليه ومن ولي من أمر أمتي شيئا فرافق بهم فارفق به. Now Allah, treat gently those who treat my ummah with gentleness. So either a person will get the dua of Nabi alayhi salam and he'll be marhuma. Allah's mercy and rahmat will descend. So on the contrary, if a person doesn't do this, then they will get mal'oona, curses will fall upon them. And who better a yardstick than the lifestyle of Janabi Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam? Khadamtu an-Nabiy sallallahu alayhi wasallam 10 sinina. That Anas radiyallahu anhu says, I served Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam for 10 years. فما قال لي أف قَدْتُ وَمَا قَالَ لِي شَيْءٍ صَنَعْتُ لِمَا صَنَعْتَهُ. That he never even said uff to me, means he never uttered anything. He never asked me about something which I had done, saying, why did you do it? No, about something I left undone, and say, why did you leave it undone? لِمَا تَرَكْتَهُ. Then the Sahabi himself describing the Nabi of Allah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, وَكَانَ رَسُولُ اللَّهِ sallallahu alayhi wa sallam مِنْ أَحْسَنِ النَّاسِ خُلُقًا. And the Nabi of Allah was the finest of human beings in character. So in our circles, wherever we are, we have to see we fulfill the hukuk, and that's when we have drawn this mercy. Then number 3, Deen yad'u ila rifq wa rahma hatta biman adhnaba wa akhta. The demands of Deen is, even if a person is a sinner, then we should be good to them, we should be kind to them. فَارْحَمْ أَخَاكَ وَلَوْ كَانَ مُذْنِبًا. Have mercy on him no matter how great a sinner is, by hiding his faults, by giving him da'wah, by inviting him to Allah, by teaching him, by advising him, by reminding him of the consequences of sin. And this riwayat of Anas radiyallahu anh, unsur akhaka dhaliman aw madluman, that help your brother whether he's an oppressor or an oppressed. So a Sahabi inquired, Ya Rasulullah, we can understand إذا كان مظلوما, when he is oppressed. أفرأيت إذا كان ظالما كيف أنصره? But if he's an oppressor, تحجزه أو تمنعه من الظلم فإن ذلك نصره, that prevent him from oppressing others. Prevent him from oppressing others, then that will be helping him. Again, a Bedouin came into Masjid al-Nabawi, bala fil masjid. So as people seen him urinating in the masjid, they ran to beat him up or take him to task. La tudhrimuhu, do not interrupt his urination, let him finish. This is a Bedouin urinating in the masjid of the Rasul of Allah, and he gave them instructions to leave him. Then he advised people that bring a bucket of water and then you throw water over it. You don't break the man. The cleanliness aspect can be compensated. فَإِنَّمَا بُعِثْتُم مُيَسِّرِينَ وَلَمْ تُبْعَثُوا مُعَسِّرِينَ. You have been sent to make things easy for the ummah and not make it difficult. Then Nabi alayhi salatu wassalam called him and advised him nicely. إن هذه المساجد لا تصلح لشيء من هذا البول إنما هي لذكر الله عز وجل والصلاة وقراءة القرآن. This is the house of Allah for the dhikr. Firstly, he was a Bedouin, he did not know the adab and etiquette, it was their routine, it was a norm. And if they ran to do that while he was urinating, the entire masjid could have gotten soiled. Likewise, they could have harmed this person, etc. Likewise, his sitter could have been exposed, etc. So much consequences. And all that was saved through this Rahmah, through this good character. So sometimes people are attacking our Deen as well. It is different adab and we should go to ulama and understand the different adab of ikhtilaf. But here the masjid was being harmed, but this man was not harmed. So different situations demand different steps to be implemented. We need to make sure that we are close to the Deen of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala when we're executing it. جئت من عند خير الناس. This man attested to the best of people, to the best of men. I've come from the best of people. I found nobody a better teacher than the Nabi of Allah. So he only had praises and praises which brought him closer to Deen. And number 4, Deen yad'u ila taysir al-nasi fi umuri dinihi. Even in Deen, we need to make it easy for people. Nabi alayhi salam took Hazrat Muaz bin Jabal to task when he lengthened Salatul Isha, where somebody came to join and he started Surah Baqarah or Nisa. So he went to complain. So Nabi alayhi salam addressed Muaz, Ya Muaz, afattanun anta. Oh Muaz, do you want to cause hardship to people? Do you want to dissuade people from Deen? Oh Muaz, thalatha mirah, 3 times. فَلَوْلَا صَلَّيْتَ. Why didn't you read سَبِّحِ اسْمَ رَبِّكَ وَالشَّمْسِ وَضُحَاهَا وَاللَّيْلِ ذَا يَغْشَى. Why? فَإِنَّهُ يُصَلِّي وَرَاءَكَ الْكَبِيرُ وَالضَّعِيفُ وَذُو الْحَاجَةِ. And elderly, weak, and people that I need are reading before you. So please make it easy on the ummah. Likewise, a person who was lengthening Fajr Salat, and he came to Nabi alayhi salam, he said, Inni la atakharu ani salati fil fajri, that I failed to attend Fajr prayer because of so and so. So Nabi alayhi salam became upset and he says, Ma ra'aytu hu ghadiba min mawdi'in kana ashad ghadaban minhu yawma idhin. I never seen the Nabi of Allah more furious in giving advice than on that day. how angry he was. And he said, Ya ayyuhan nas, inna minkum munaffirin, faman amma nas falyatajawaz. So whoever's the imam, whoever leads the prayer, O people, some of you make others dislike good deeds. So you are a leader, you should shorten it, because amongst them they are old, they are weak, and those that are busy, they've got different jobs, different responsibilities. Nabi alayhi salam entered the masjid and he saw a rope hanging, and he asked, whose rope is this? This was Zainab. She was tired when standing in prayer. Don't use it, remove the rope. حلوه ليصلي عدكم نشاطه. When you are tired, then take it easy, relax, don't perform prayers, don't read long rakats when you are tired. And so much occasions, Nabi alayhi salam, just for the consolation of the ummah, made it easy. Riwayat of Aisha radiyallahu anha, that once Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam read in the masjid for Salla bi salati nasun, people came and they read thumma salla min al-qabila fa kathurun nas, and people came in excessive numbers the following night. So then they came for the third and fourth night, but he did not come. When the morning came, then he addressed the people. He said that إِلَّا أَنِّي خَشِيتُ أَن تُفْرَضَ عَلَيْكُمْ وَذَلِكَ فِي رَمَضَانِ. I was worried that this would become farz, so that's why I didn't come to the masjid. I didn't want it to be obligatory. This was in Ramadan. Likewise, a person was walking, Nabi alayhi salam seen this elderly walking بين ابنيه وقال ما باله هذا, what's wrong? He can't walk properly, he's taking rest on you. No, he made a niyyah to go to the Kaaba, he took a promise and he'll walk to it. Inna Allah, no, Allah is forbidden أن تعذي بهذا نفسه لغني. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has no need for him to torture himself. Tell him to ride. وَأَمَرُهُ أَن يَرْكَبْ, he was told to ride. So being kind and being good to the ummah. The amal for today is that fill in the gap in the safs. فَمَنْ سَدَّ فُرْجَةً رَفَعُ اللَّهُ بِهَا دَرَجَةً. Allah will elevate his stages, and no step is more beloved to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala than a step that moves in the direction to join the gap in the row. May Allah give us tawfiq and make it amal. Wa akhiru da'wana anil hamdulillahi rabbil alameen.